Oh, I feel it coming in the air, babe. This love is lasting, it's a
Fine on the Inside was curated to switch the narrative, to show that it's never too late to shift your mindset, heal your heart, and live the life that you truly desire. Sis, you are magic. You just haven't discovered it yet. But in order to get to the goal, you have to do a little bit of digging, getting through all the hard stuff to allow your true self to shine. Because yes, you are beautiful. But how is your soul really feeling? Are you fine on the inside?
So on Lamb Chop, you said like, and if we never speak again, I hope they hear me on this mic. Let's get back. Like, are you open to forgive people for shit that they may have did to you, or like, are you more like a what's done is done type of person?
Um, I used to be more so if it's done, it's done. But lately, I just been on the trying to forgive people. But I'm trying to forgive to an extent. Like I've been reaching out to forgive, and it's kind of leading me back to when it's done, it's done. Because it's like most of the time I reach out to like try to give us on the forgiveness level.
You remember why?
No, it's like people be like on some like fuck out of here, shit. Like their energy be that. Like even if they don't say that,
Yeah.
I be like, bro, I was really doing this just because it's the cool thing to do. But I really don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. I just had a send a group message out to like a couple of my folks that's like kind of shame was like everybody going through their internal shit within the circle, but like with each other. So when I try to get into the like mediator, like damn, like all right, you got your problems with them, they got their problems with you, I got my problems with them. It's just all like forget that shit. We family, blah blah blah. Out of like 6 people, only one person said something back. So it was like, hey, fuck out of here, like the fuck, I'm cool. I'm cool for real, and cool because like I grew numb to a lot of this shit. Like this is me trying to have feelings. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like so like another part in the song, you talk about losing your dad. Like that's one of my favorite parts of the song. You be like, rest in peace, mad dog, this your mad son. You'll see this method to my madness when this plan done. I feel like that's fire. Like, but I remember I hit you up. I feel like that what they used to call your dad, mad dog. But I just felt like that was so dope.
My dad was a 90, died in the 90s, so he had one of them old school nicknames, mad dog and shit. So yeah.
Do you feel like that, like, affected you not having your dad? Well, you know, of course it affected you, but like, how do you feel like it affected you?
I feel like I ain't really started noticing how it affected me till I got older. Cause I feel like when I started like reflecting from a grown man point of view and just self being like self aware of like certain ways that I am, it's like, damn, this might have been different if I had a dad or like just that void there. It's just a lot of I don't know. It's like too much shit that I feel like would be different or could have been different or just a thought of what would it be like if he was there. Then it's like coming up, I had temporary father figures like my little brother dead and shit. But then now that I'm older, it's like once some people stop dealing with your mom and then you start realizing like, damn, that's my brother that ain't my dad. Like, it'd be like,
do you feel like did that like hurt to like feel stuff like that?
Yeah. And it's crazy is like I shit that I didn't think I would feel or could feel like when my little brother dad had a wedding and I didn't get invited to the wedding. Like my brother was there, of course, because that's his real son. His other son outside of that marriage was there because that's his real son.
Right.
And I just felt like I would have been there, but at the end of the day, that's not really my dad. I'm his ex's kid, so coming to the wedding would be that. So
yeah, but I feel like that, you know, what he raised you. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like people don't really understand that. Like people think I just be in my own world chilling. Like I be thinking about all that type of shit. Like bro, like I got my little brothers with their dad, my other brothers and sisters with got their dad to talk to. And then our mutual ground is our mom, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, that I don't even know how to.
Do you have like an old head that like put you under the wing? I know like I've had like a couple like old heads, just like older women who like were able to kind of give me like advice and stuff like that. Do you feel like you got anybody like that?
They died. Like
Okay.
my mom got two brothers. My mom got two brothers, which is my two uncles. The younger one is like we closer in age, so we always had like a brother relationship.
Mhm.
Where like he was older than me, so he gave me like little. It's crazy. He gave me little gems, but it's like I felt like I outgrew the shit that he was giving me because I feel like I thought bigger than some of the shit he was giving to me.
Right.
Her older brother, well, she younger than my mom, but the oldest out of the two brothers that used to like really put me on game. He really taught me shit. Used to take me truck driving with him when he drove 18 wheelers and put me on game. He died when I got home from Glen Mills. Like I
Was
went,
one of the ones? What was this song? Let It Go.
yeah,
Was that one of
yeah.
them?
That's the younger one that
That
was
was my
like that. Me and him were like more like brothers than
shit.
uncle and
Okay.
nephew.
Oh yeah.
So then I got my dad brothers. Is like my one dad brother. He really put me onto a lot of game on the business. If he the one that like own all the properties and shit, so like he really put me on the credit at a young age, and
Okay.
so like I always had a lot of the shit that I apply now I had in me, but I still was on my own
Put the
thing.
knowledge.
I
Yeah.
had old heads. My grandpop on my yeah, I had old heads,
Okay.
but I still was always my own nigga doing my own shit. But always listening. Like I'll put what you saying in the back of my head, but I'll get to it when I get to it.
Right. So like you also had like friends pass away to violence. And do you feel like do you got like PTSD at all? Like is there certain shit that trigger you? Like we were just talking about earlier, you know, you was chilling with people you thought you was comfortable with, and you had some shit happen. Like so, you
Yeah,
know, stuff like
I
that.
feel like I guess what you're saying is the certain situations made me feel nervous or
Yeah, like
like
you gotta
raise
be
my
more on guard.
antennas and
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm just like I've been through different shit than niggas, so I'm just more cautious around certain shit. I don't want to be around certain environments that certain niggas want to be around. It's like, bro, I seen how that shit turned out.
Right.
And then like I have there'll be fights going on where there's grown men recording fights. Bro, we getting the fuck up out of here.
Right.
You ain't never been around when shit turned real, like
Yeah.
fights turned into shootouts and niggas die, bro.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sitting here watching a fight. We seen enough of these joints. I had to tell nigga that outside the club one time down here, bro. He fighting and yeah, bro. We the fuck out.
Right. Like, what are we trying to watch for?
Like,
That's how I be like that too. Like
yeah,
females, like if I don't do like all that fucking shit, like I'm down because females fight, then they niggas get into it, then they start like if
yeah.
somebody shoots I'm not doing none of that.
I don't want none of that. No violence. Entertainment. Like when niggas, I don't know. It's like a ego, like dick measuring test. When niggas get around each other, want to be showing their blicks and showing their guns and shit. I don't get nothing out of that.
Right.
Like we lost 100 niggas in gun violence,
Yeah,
and
like
man, we lost like yeah, we down for like you should be straight. You gonna protect yourself, protect yourself. I don't, but that shit ain't
there's
that
nothing
flexing.
really to prove.
Yeah, that shit not
Yeah.
exciting to
Do
me.
you feel like, you know, going through loss and stuff like that, does that like show up in your relationships, like your romantic relationships or like your friendships? Do you feel like you're like closed off? Because I know you said earlier like, you've reached out to friends or family, but then they give you like the cold shoulder. So like, do you feel like closed off, or do you feel like you're still open to to like be vulnerable? You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of men aren't able to do that.
I think I'm naturally closed off. Yeah, I'm naturally closed off. Just cause.
Do you feel like it's a protection thing? Like you just want to like.
Yeah, and I just gotta. I think I just feel like most shit is temporarily, so I don't put my trust in enough of my trust as in like my trust with vital information or feelings and shit like that. Like I'm sitting here telling you this, that, and the third, and next month you gonna be with the next nigga, or even if like that's not the case, like we can be together for the next 5 years, but like I'm just still moving like you. This shit could be over. This information could be.
Is there any time like in a place that you will be able to be more vulnerable, or do you feel like you're always gonna be like that?
I be thinking I can be, but then like it's always like certain reminders that I feel like I can't ignore. Like it be shit like damn, let your guard down. I'm like, all right, so let it get down a little bit, let it down a little bit. Then something happen, be like, see, I should have never let that shit the fuck down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if them constant reminders stop eventually, maybe, but.
Right. So do you feel like you have like a safe space or no?
I feel like I got potential safe spaces, but even from safe spaces, I'm getting them constant reminders.
Like reminders of like the person's actions or just from shit from the past. Because I feel like sometimes there might be just stuff from the past that we think somebody is doing, but it's really just like we're so traumatized by shit that happened.
My shit be like
current.
Yeah, my shit be like be from. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a type of nigga that go looking for nothing. It's like this is why I be feeling like why I said like the reminders that I'm talking about that be popping up, it be like thrown in my face. I'm not the type of nigga that go look for nothing,
right?
Or hope that it's something or manifest something. I'll be chilling. I'll be shit be presented to me in a way where I feel like it's like God telling me like no, look, nigga, like no.
That be happening to me too, cause I'm very like I was trying to be like optimistic, but one thing I learned, like I feel like I'm a little bit opposite from you. Like I'm not very closed off. Like I'm open to like give people chances, but God be like, no, bitch, you shouldn't be fucking with this person, or you shouldn't be doing that. And it's like once you know better, you can't ignore certain shit. You know what I mean? It's like.
And me for being a nigga, I ain't gonna lie, like. It's kind of like bit me in the edge because I'm used to being on both sides. Like, so when you see the one side, like I've been the nigga that like she running the game on this nigga. Like I've been the nigga that like quiet on the side while she talking to him like she by herself and shit like that. Or I've been the nigga like he paid for the hotel room, but I'm hitting her in it. Like, so, and I know that I'm not exempt from it. Like, like what makes me so special? I'm not like, like niggas be feeling like, no, not me. Why not, bro? Like, it's somebody better than everybody. Nigga, woman, millionaire, whatever. If you a millionaire, it's a 10 millionaire. If you a 10 millionaire, it's a 20 millionaire. Like. And not that money is everything, but I'm just saying whatever it is. If you a funny nigga, it's a funnier nigga. Like,
but do you think so that don't make you like want to step your game up? It just makes you like.
No, it don't. Cause my thing is like that's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of niggas is trying to like take that shit as, bro, I gotta apply more pressure. No, the pressure that I apply, whoever you fuck with that, you fuck with that. I'm not about to be applying more pressure trying to compete with all this pressure that's going on because I'll never win.
Right.
Even if I apply more pressure than all these niggas, once I beat all them niggas, now this is 100 niggas applying more pressure to me, and now my life is revolving around trying to keep applying more and more pressure. No, I am who I am. I apply the pressure I apply. I give the energy that I give. You fuck with that, cool. If you don't, cool.
I don't know. I feel like, what if it's nobody else applying more pressure, you know what I mean? And you just feel like.
It's always somebody. It's 2024. We got social media. It's always somebody applying more pressure. It's somebody, bro. It's somebody. Any nigga. It's somebody in whoever I'm dealing with DM right now with way more money than me, or in the gym way more than me, right? Or whatever, like.
But I also
So like, what I'm gonna keep trying to do? Like, beat all these niggas out? Like, no. Like, you fuck with me or not?
I feel like, but if somebody really fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you, and all like that background noise.
Exactly. So me knowing that is I'm just being myself and apply the pressure that I apply. It's not gonna be like, damn, she got evenings on him. Let me step my shit up. No, like, all right, that's what she wants, and go ahead. Like, somebody gonna fuck with this pressure.
So I also want to talk about, like you down here in Miami.
And that's just a line. That's just because I see too many niggas getting played with. Like, it's not like no woman is worthy of applying more pressure. It's just that niggas getting played with. Like,
there's so many like games and stuff that eventually they're like, you know what? Like all these niggas play games. Now all y'all about to apply pressure. You know
how about the nigga that feel like that? All y'all girls play games. Somebody just buy shit.
And I feel like that's what we all fuck up.
And people gotta understand that shit. People gotta understand that we all human. Like,
right. We all learning, like, you know what I mean? We all learning these relationships, these situations, whatever it is that we're doing. It's different things for different people. You know what I mean? Like, what works for you might not work for me, and vice versa. And it's like, so you just gotta find, who's on your type of time, but like you said, you just can be you. And I feel like that's the part, you know what I mean? Just
so I feel like when you being you, that's when you get
who's meant for you. Yeah.
And from my experience, I feel like when you stand on your business, when you not like one of these niggas that like, I don't know, you guys confirm this for me. When you not one of them niggas that like a female can run all over, they respect you more than the niggas that they be running on. You'll have a little more respect for me just because I ain't on no simp shit like that.
Right, yeah. I don't know, I guess it depends. I feel like you can tell, like, all niggas got different motives, you know what I mean? I feel like you can tell who got what motive, you know what I mean? Who really fucks with you genuinely, who don't, you know what I mean? You can kind of scope out. So, yeah. Yeah, I get that, though. So I wanted to talk about, like, your connections. You a rapper out here in Miami. You connected with a lot of people. You was even at a party with Diddy.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I don't give a fuck because like at the end of the day, like I feel like no matter what, bro. Disclaimer: I don't condone nothing that Diddy's accused of.
Right.
I don't condone nothing that is proven that he did.
Right.
And from this point forward, from the point that the video of him and Kazi came out forward, I'm cool with Diddy in any way, shape, or form. But I say all that to say that none of that takes away from Bad Boy. Alright, Diddy the mogul. That shit raised as a rapper. That shit raised me. Like, this is when I went to his crib twice, sitting in his backyard. It was like, this is a nigga I've been watching since a kid, bro.
Right, and you're in his backyard.
Like, fuck all that other shit. This is a nigga I've been, and I hate to say fuck all that shit because I know people not. It's hard for some people to separate the two. This shit is part of what raises. Like, I got a tattoo of mine that I drew in jail. Is all the record labels that I came up on. Like, it was gonna be like a radio and a speaker come out of the West Coast labels coming out of this side, the East Coast labels coming out of this side, and Bad Boy was a part of that. And it's like nothing can change the music that he put out that raised us, the artists that he put out that we came up on, the vision that he gave us, the dreams that he made us want to chase and all that shit. Like, and I hate to sound like I'm bigging him up because outside of that, he's a monster, but like, it is what it is. That shit's still like a milestone to me. Coming from Philly, the town, to jail, to the streets, not knowing what the fuck I'm going to do, but knowing I want to I always knew I wanted to rap and be a rapper and be in that industry, to making it to his crib and talking to him one-on-one in his crib, like, that shit's forever going to be a milestone. and people would say what they want. Before the shit came out, people would make, yo, you at Diddy crib, now it's like, oh, you at Diddy crib. Like, no, like, that shit was a milestone. That shit is a milestone, bro.
Especially as the rappers that did.
Yeah, like, the top two rappers, arguably, in any body conversation is Biggie and Pop. This is who gave us Biggie. Like, this is who gave us Biggie, and I'm talking to him one on one, whether the conversation went anywhere or not. Because one thing I would tell you, right, I'm never the nigga to choke up when it comes to like meeting people and networking and shooting my shot. When I met Diddy, I kind of choked up, and I didn't understand why, because that's not who I am. But it was like I met when I was in his backyard, because the first one was like. It was like a private listening party for the girl Jazzy, the one he signed to Love Records and shit. So it was like a private listening session for her. So all night he keeps talking about, yeah, we bringing R&B back. You know what I'm saying? Love Records, we bringing R&B back. So when I got up on him on a one-on-one trip, I'm like, my first thing when I meet these type of people is to introduce myself, let them know what I'm doing. But I just went blank, and I was just like, yo, you bringing R&B back, when you bringing rap back, man. And it's crazy because this before this shit came out, but when I said that, in his eyes, I could tell that he seen some shit in the rap game, cause he's like, no, love, man, love. We got some of this love frequency, like love. I'm like, all right, I feel you. He said, then I was like, yeah, y'all set the bar so high, it's probably gonna be hard to top that shit. So we like, yeah, we set the bar high.
You think like maybe like he's like you said he probably sees some shit. Maybe that could be the reason why he like this way he is.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason. That's probably because, like we said earlier, everything comes from God.
Yeah.
But I feel like the reason I went blank and I wasn't who I usually was when I meet these type of people was like God protected me from what was about to come from Him. Cause say I would have like said the right thing to him and worked my way into that. Cause not only did I meet Diddy that night, I met a couple people that he started Love Records with and shit. So say I would have like said the right thing and really got in with him, would have got tied into that shit, then all that shit come coming down. Like God don't make no mistakes. Like I wouldn't.
You see shit like even like stuff like with Meek, like you know what I mean. I don't.
Yeah, like how.
It's not true because I love Meek, but like you know everybody saying like shit with him and stuff like that. It's like you know you can get. It's easy to get tied in. I like to give people like. You know, everybody talks. I like to give people like the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like if everybody's saying it, sometimes it's like you never know. But it's like with celebrities, it's different.
But with me, it's like the internet is saying it. The bots and shit.
Young boys. Say anything, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this, and I stood up for Meek like I know him. I don't know Meek from a can of paint.
Mm-hmm.
I know people that know people in his camp but I don't know Meek personally or Meek from a can of paint. But one time I took up for him like I did, cause this girl, she like a known horror out Miami and shit. But she was at one of my events in like 2021. When the Diddy shit came out, 23 or 24? 24? Whatever it came out, it just came out.
Sure, yeah.
But this back in 2021, she was telling me shit about Drake. She got an OVO tat on her ass. Like she was telling me shit about Drake, but she started trying to say shit about me too. You know, we Philly first,
right,
so
yeah.
I'm like, yo, stop playing with her. I don't even know him. I'm like, yo, stop playing with her. But just to say, the rumors ain't new. The rumors been around, but yeah, so I don't know. You just gotta.
Just kind of gotta let.
Yeah, you good, bro.
Gotta let everybody like. I feel like we gotta know people for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like there's been people who you know say you might meet somebody or you know what I mean. Everybody can say something, but I feel like until you know them for yourself, you really base judgment.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, when everybody is saying the same thing about people, I feel like that's what I mean by that. I mean like more like locally, you know what I mean? Like there was times where people told me stuff about like say like somebody like I was talking to and like you know I'm like Well, I don't know them. Let me find out for
Yeah.
myself. And
No,
then
I ain't gonna lie. I was never the fun. Let me find out for myself. Because if enough people say something about somebody, I'm cool. Not even enough people. If I hear something about somebody that I don't align with, I'm cool because I understand that 9 times out of 10 that shit ain't coming from nowhere.
yeah, and
Sometimes it is coming from somewhere. I mean nowhere. So it might be certain instances where I meet somebody for myself and it's like, oh, all right. But no, most of the time, all I gotta do is hear something. I'm cool.
that's how I learned. Like, you know, it's like I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but also just understand, like, you know, it's certain red flags for certain shit. It's like, all right, everybody's saying this for a reason.
Yeah.
So with the internet, it's a difference between real life and the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like until you really see that
You
shit.
ever be wondering what people be saying about you? Like I be wondering which mom like, yo, you know Rock cool. And I be wondering when follow that up, right?
Yeah, no, I be thinking of that sometimes. But then also it's like I feel like at a point, like I be wondering, but then also I don't give a fuck because it's just like
I don't give a fuck. I want to know.
Yeah. Like that. What about her? But yeah, so speaking of like the connections and stuff, you said you never been the person to like bite your tongue, but like, were you ever like you've been like networking and then you like got rejected by somebody or they just kind of dismiss you? Or like if you were like how do you handle stuff like that?
Not really. I never really, cause I'm good at reading the room, reading the vibe, and knowing what to do and what not to do based off of. I don't know. I just naturally get that feeling. Like I'm that type when it come to everything. Like I'm the type that be at your that don't overstay my welcome or don't be an overwhelming guest. I say that to say I'm also the type to understand that if we in a club, it ain't the time for certain shit.
Right.
If we at a day event, it's the time for certain shit, and it's the time for. I know how to shoot my shot and what kind of shot to shoot, so I really don't have to deal with like rejection or like just because I don't know. I know what I would want people doing to me or saying to me or not saying to me. So I don't really when it comes to I really don't get turned down or.
So do you feel like if somebody was to turn you down, like would you just kind of like brush it off, or would you be like mad about it? Like do you feel like your ego would be like, damn?
Nah, I'm not ego. I'm more so understanding like, alright. Well, I'm more so understanding the universe than first I understand the universe, then I understand people. So if I shoot a shot and it don't land, I understand that all right, that's not meant for me because if it was, that shot would have landed.
Right.
Then second, I'm trying to understand people like, all right, maybe this wasn't the right time, or they not in the mood, or they going through this and that.
That's like a big thing for me, like not taking shit personal, because when you are trying to network and when you're trying to, you know, get in with people, it's like you got to be able to know some people might respond to you in a way where you like the fuck, but it's like you gotta know like they might not be in the mood. You know what I mean? That's not really towards you. It's just they not.
100 people came up to him today.
Yeah, like
saying the same shit.
Right. Being in business, you know, like you're a rapper, anything, you just gotta be able to not take shit personal because there's gonna be so much shit. But you gotta get yourself out there. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to speak up and make those connections. But at the same time, it's like if somebody do, you know, reject you or whatever, it's like all right.
Yeah, rejection come with this shit.
Right.
Just like this shit, the same shit as like coming at the opposite sex. Like you gonna bag some ain't gonna be on your type time.
Right. He just dropped Kobe Jordan, and then also Want to Be Seen like a month ago. Yeah. And then those songs, like you show like hella confidence. Like,
and I dropped the time freestyle.
Oh yeah, you did.
Let the smoker shine the coops beat.
Okay, yeah. I wanted to tell you, the Kobe Jordan drop. I feel like that. I feel like I see like somebody like a boxer like walking out on that joint. I don't know like the beat and like I just see like the arena and like the lights flashing like that like gives me like that vibe like.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, let me think about what boxers I.
So, like, how important is it to be confident when trying to get to your next level, and how, like, have you built your confidence?
I ain't gonna lie, as a rapper, the number one, the key ingredient is confidence, and that's one thing. As a rapper and musically, I never lost or never not had is confidence. Like as a person, as a real like me, Rakim might have had like times where I wasn't as confident and all that shit. But anytime I'm rapping or in the booth, I felt confident or I felt like niggas not fucking with me, and I just always naturally had it just because I really feel like that. People around me make me feel like that, and I just know this man. Yeah, I always had that. You gotta have confidence in me. That's in hip hop music. That's the number one key ingredient is confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you stay confident?
No, I just always feel like niggas not fucking with me. Like even I could be down. Like I just feel like rapping wise, nobody fuck with me. I feel like I proved it
Right.
on a certain level. And I feel like if it came down to it, for me having to hop on wax and anything, I can prove it. I will prove it. I feel like anybody that been in the studio with me felt like that.
Right.
It was never like music. That's my show, and that's why like a reason I never like really stop it, no matter what's going on, is because I feel like that's one thing where I feel like I just got the ultimate confidence.
Yeah. And I feel like, we was talking earlier about kind of like following through with like our actions and stuff, like we make plans, but being able to follow through with it. Do you feel like, I feel like you're a person who follows through. You feel like that, I feel like that could build your confidence, you know what I mean? Like you just prove it to yourself, like, yeah, so I'm going through this and this is the shit I do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that could build your confidence. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, following through, just knowing that like what's that quote? Whether you think you are or you think you're not, you're right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if I think I'm that, I'm that. If I think I'm not, I'm not.
Right.
So as long as I think I'm that and I know I'm that, I'm that.
That's it, right? And I feel like that's important when we're trying to get to our next level. Like we gotta know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like with this podcast, with what I'm trying to do, it's a lot of people that I feel like don't understand what I'm trying to do, but I know like this is my purpose. I know this is what I'm about to do. I know this shit about to go up, and it's like that's all I need to know. You know what I mean? It don't matter what everybody's saying or whatever if people are not feeling it or if they are. Yeah. It's like listen, as long as you know.
And everything started small, so don't ever. Everything started small, and everything got the ups and downs. So don't never let the low numbers or the down times, even if you go up, then they go back down. Don't let that like make you feel like no, maybe that's not it. No.
Yeah.
Consistency is what's gonna keep. The main difference from people that make it and people that don't is the consistency. You gotta stick through it through the highs, the lows, the ups and downs, the confidence, the lack of confidence. You gotta stick through that shit, keep that shit pushing.
Yeah.
That's the only difference from me and other niggas from town that rap is like I'm the only one that's still, no matter how it's going, I'm still pushing myself as that.
Right.
Niggas could do the same shit, but niggas, I don't know, feel like they ain't that. And that's cool. That's on them. That ain't how I'm about to feel.
I feel like it's so like I used to be like that, but I recently, probably like the last 2 years, I've been trying to tap in with consistency. But I feel like so many people like where we from, they don't like we all be having business ideas, but not a lot of people follow through with it. Like I don't know if it's like we said earlier,
the
like,
idea ain't shit.
Right.
The follow through is everything.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed. Like, cause I used to always say I want to do a podcast, or I even started for a little while and then I stopped. But it's like once I just started, and I'm going little by little. I'm not, where I want to be yet, but I'm seeing growth. You know what I mean? That consistency is showing me, that's where the moves gonna come in. That's where
and you can't let them numbers phase you. Like think about this. Like you talked about you was at a Wallow and Gilly joint earlier, right? Say Wallow, he dropping his motivational videos to get 500,000 views, 500,000 views. One get 40,000 views.
Right.
You think he about to say, "Oh, this shit over"?
Right.
No, he gonna drop another one. Damn,
Right.
that one might get 30,000 views.
Yeah.
But then the one after that might get 1,000,000. But if he would have stopped at that first 40,
that's how I just about to say. You never know. Like you might try 11 times. That 12th time.
you can't go off the numbers. You just gotta keep going. Like right now, numbers wise, I got higher numbers than the numbers that I got right now on the last. So even though those are the official videos and these are just audio, but I'm not about to look at it like, damn, these numbers ain't matching. That shit there. Like I'm just like most of I'm about to dropping some more shit. Then you gonna look back and see like, damn, all right, this nigga got 1,000,000 views over here. This nigga got 100,000 views over there. But they was all one and done. Through that whole 10-year span, who was there? Roc Flair had some shit the whole time. Right.
You know what's crazy? I feel like it is really important for us to keep going because I think it was like Lizzo. That one song she put out, I forget what it was called, but like before it got like the buzz that it did, they said she put that joint out 4 years prior to when it really blew up. Like just imagine, you know what I mean? Like this episode, you know what I mean? It might, whatever it's supposed to take off, or even like your music or whatever, should you put out in 2020 or whatever, you know what I mean? Right. I might hear it tomorrow, that shit might blow up. But it's like,
right. That's why I always put it out, because I know as long as the catalog there, you a viral moment away, you a cosign away, you a mention away from all that shit blowing up. So I just make sure it's there. I don't care if a song get 5 views. That shit there. That shit is on the internet. 10 years later, something can happen, and that shit go to 5 million, and my kids eating off that shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so like you just mentioned 2 of the songs I just dropped. Wanna Be Seen and Kobe and Jordan that I just dropped this month. Both of them songs is 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah, like literally 3 years. They both from 2021.
Okay.
2020, literally 2021. It was just like a time where I felt like I gotta put some shit out.
Right.
I can't really put out the joints exactly how I want to, but I'm gonna throw these 2 out there.
Right.
It's old to me, but it's new to the world.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got like hundreds of songs like that. I can drop every day songs from 2020 that still sound like they just came out. But nobody would know that unless I said it.
That's crazy because sometimes I do that, like with like my messages and stuff. Like there's stuff I put out last year, but like last year maybe I only had like a little bit of followers, but now this year I have like more people or new people, whatever. It's like they didn't hear that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, maybe I might just throw it back out there. But I feel like you could do that with the internet. You know what I mean? It's not like you gotta do.
And ain't no time about that shit. Yeah. A lot of even people think the industry is so much different than where we at. These is people that create shit and put it out.
Right.
Only difference is they got bigger marketing budgets and bigger machines behind it. So I say that to say, we hear a lot of songs and we think that shit is new. They should be like 5 years old too. They can put out, Lil Baby can put out a song right now from 2016. Right. We wouldn't know it's gonna be a new Lil Baby song. Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sexy Red, they could have been working on that whole like little rollout since 2014. Right. We just give it, but so.
It's crazy though. Something in Lamb Trucks you say, like I got the same sum as them niggas in them lamb trucks.
Yeah.
That's like what you say, like you know, like
yeah.
And then you gotta notice that we on the same internet.
Yeah.
Like, when I see, like I be with like I don't be around, but like when you're around somebody who got a lot of followers or buzz, and then you notice like they're doing the same shit as you. They started where you at, and they're doing the same formula. It's like wow, like
and
none of them you can really be there.
The peasants at the bottom, they look at it as different. Like yo, but when you start getting around these motherfuckers, and I'm trying to relate to y'all is like not downplaying what they doing, but bro, we're the same, bro. That's why they be like looking at these like yo, we gotta get on, or yo, you gotta get on, or yo, we gonna meet the right people, bro. that shit is no different than us, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
we just gotta keep doing what we doing. I feel like that's where we really gonna like develop, self development, all that shit.
them niggas be the same as me. This and them lamb truck. Like, they the same as, I know these niggas, bro.
It's like once you meet the influencers, once you see what's going on, like you like damn especially one thing I learned, like seeing people that have businesses, seeing people that have businesses and stuff, and then you think like, oh, they got buzz, they got all these followers, this and that, but then you see business slows down just for them as they do for everybody else. They're trying to figure shit out just like they do for everybody else. So it's like it gives you, if you look at it the right way, it gives you motivation. Like, yeah, I can do that too. I'm able to do just what they're doing. I'm able to get to that level of success just how they are, because it's like everything ain't what it seems. You know what I mean? Like, what we think.
That shit is all like the shit that's what, it's crazy because the beat that I rapped on the time beat is "Let the Smoker Shine the Coupe." It's Pusha T joint. It's Pusha T, one of my favorite rappers. But a line he said on there is, "Y'all millionaires on just TV. Now make it make sense to me." Like, he's basically saying, bro, like, y'all famous real. Even Jake, he said, y'all famous to little kids. Y'all ain't famous to me. Like, bro, once you get in the mix and you see what's going on, bro, this shit ain't nothing, bro.
It's like these are real people. Just
like I could be doing the same exact thing your favorite rapper doing. The only thing is, 10 million people seeing him do it, and 10,000 people seeing me do it. But we're doing the same exact shit. Like, this shit ain't no different. And once I learned the game, so I just be trying to give people the game and make people understand it, bro. That shit ain't about nothing.
How do you maintain life and try to stay in a good space mentally?
Alright, how do I maintain life and try to stay in a good space mentally? It's kind of a give and encouragement that I'm kind of like numb to the negative and optimistic to what it could be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I always feel like it's going to get greater later. I'm numb to a lot of the negative, which is kind of good and bad, because feelings is a good thing, but I don't really feel shit.
Right. I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's, man. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you're fine? Like, do you feel like you're fine on the inside? Do you feel like you're okay? Or, because you say you don't feel shit, but it's just like I feel like a lot of times people don't feel shit because they're scared of either getting hurt or like, you know what I mean? They're just trying to protect themselves.
No, not feeling shit don't mean that it ain't shit to feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so I don't know. Like, I be wishing that like shit could be perfect, shit could be good, but I also understand that shit ain't gonna be perfect and shit ain't gonna be good. So I don't.
And I feel like that goes back to what we said earlier about understanding our seasons. You know what I mean? Understand that sometimes it's gonna be alright, but sometimes it's not. And just being able to flow with it. You say you keep shit moving.
That's all you gotta do. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, just keep yourself going.
Like, I try not to, cause like I got a lot of women in my life, as far as like when I deal with, or my mom or my sister and shit. So naturally, women, y'all into the emotions of things. You know what I'm saying? So like
as a bring that out.
No, I feel like that's kind of what, like, as a man, we try to get to the solution and the logistics of things. Like, so I don't know. I be torn between, all right, I'm trying to block shit out and I'm trying to move forward and fix things, but I can't neglect the feeling part of it like I want to, because the people in my life is stuck on the feelings part. It's like, I wish that y'all can see how I see it, and y'all wish that I can see it how y'all see it. And it's just like,
Like, damn, what did I do?
If it was up to me, I was just like, fuck it. I'm saying, let's get to the money, let's get to the shit in motion.
I feel like
I don't want to sit here and talk about that. But you need to talk about it first, because like,
But I think it's important because I feel like so many men, like, you know, you're the first man on the podcast. So I feel like I am gonna have more men on here, but I feel like so many of y'all are like closed off, and like we don't want those. I don't know. So I feel like that is kind of contradictory because it's like we don't want like somebody who's super soft. Yeah. We want like somebody who can protect us and stuff like that.
Well, life is a contradiction. It's like I'm reading right now. I'm reading the way of the superior man. Like we don't want no girl that's super manly, but at the same time, when when y'all coming at us about shit from a feminist standpoint, right. Like as women, y'all focus on the now, meaning that I can do the wrong thing right now. As a man, I'm trying to explain to you like, yo, I've been doing this and this and this for this is this, and y'all don't care about that. Y'all care about this thing that I did wrong right now. And as a man, I'm trying to get y'all to understand that no, I did this, that, and that. Yeah, I did this, but as a man, I gotta understand that that's how y'all think. Or I gotta no, go ahead.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
I gotta understand as a man. I gotta understand that this is how women think, or I gotta hope that y'all understand this shit as a man. Like, I gotta hope that y'all recognize the shit that I've been doing for 10 years versus this one wrong thing I did. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got, like, nigga, do you want a woman or a man?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do I want somebody that's gonna be understanding that I did the right thing the first, second, and third time and fucked up the fourth time, or do I want to compromise to a woman and realize that she's only the fourth time that I did something wrong matter. The first, second, and third time don't matter.
Right. No, yeah, I feel like that's good. You know what I mean? Like that, you get like those two sides. You're seeing it from both perspectives. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us don't want to see it from nobody's perspective but ours. You know, everybody's so shut out to what anybody else has to say. I feel like we just be in our own worlds, and you know what I mean. But when we can see it from another person's point of view, it's like that we can understand it from different levels.
And that be like kind of would be fucking me up, is because it's like a gift and a curse. Is I like to say a lot that I got universal understanding. Mm-hmm. I understand what I don't understand. Right. What I'm not supposed to understand. I understand the woman's point of view. I understand the man's point of view. I understand the rich people point of view, the poor people point of view, right. The square point of view, the street nigga point of view. So it just allowed me to look at shit differently. But at the same time, it like makes shit confusing for me. Like I got all these different understandings and shit.
It like tears you in different ways.
Yeah.
But I feel like you seem like you have like a pretty solid sense of like self. You know what I mean? Like you're self-aware. So it's like even though you do have these perspectives in the back of your mind, you really know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? You really know what you really should be doing. Like you might get pulled certain ways, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like, you know, there are some things that drive you to keep
going. I feel like with dreams, with dreams come nightmares too. Like so, like my dream is my number one dream is to make it as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And everything that comes off of that, but just to generalize it, to make it as a rapper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what keeps me going is my nightmare of not wanting to be the rapper that never made it, or the nigga that was nice, or the nigga that could have been something, or the nigga you see in fucking Almaz, and it's like, yo, he was him back in the day. Like I never wanted to be that nigga because I seen like coming up, I always seen them niggas like niggas that gave up on their shit. Like I ain't even gonna name drop, but like niggas that I seen doing anything that I was looking up to when I was younger, just
like rap wise,
like on a local rap tip, and it's like they just like gave that shit all the way up. Like they working a regular 9 to 5 or did the family thing or what they chicken it, which is cool because if that's what they wanted. But at the same time, I never wanted to be that because I look at that as like, what happened to the dream or what happened to who you just went all the way off that and it's like you ain't that no more. Like you still something, but you're not the number one thing no more
like
that you wanted to be. It's like you kind of like compromise. You kind of settled, and it's like I never wanted to settle. I never wanted to be like, all right, fuck it. I'm 30. Like that shit dead. No, like this why I'm that already. Like I'm. If I'm I could be 40 years. If I'm 40 years old, I'm still there. It's just my age ain't.
He changed their boy. I thought he was like 40 so.
Yeah, he was like 36 when he changed from Titty Boy to True Chain. So he would have been like, nah, like I'm 36. Like, I ain't, no, bro. Like
and that's one of the things I talk about too. Like you said, he went from that to that. Like being able to rebrand at any time you start over, rebrand, it don't matter. Like you can any time. And this next time you rebrand or this next time you think of something different, this might be the time that really works for you. But you gotta keep going. You know what I mean?
And it'd be crazy because it gets to the point where it's like we at a certain age now, so where it's like people looking at it like
we old.
Yeah, like people having kids, people starting families, people buying cribs, with people starting foundations, which is all cool, which is what you should be doing, and which is what niggas want to do. But at the same time, it's like that shit can come whenever. Like I still want to chase. Am I supposed to just like say fuck the dream because I'm a certain age?
Right now.
Or like sometimes I be wondering but then I don't care at the same time. Like, do certain people look at me like, damn, he's still trying to rap, or he's still rapping?
But then it's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I
mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a fuck at the same time, but at the same time, it'd be like, what's outweighing each other? Is the people that's like, yo, all right, I'm still fuck with him, he's still gonna make art, like, and when do we get to the point like, all right, nigga.
Like when do you stop?
If it leave it up to me, it'd be like never stop. But at the same time, it's like sometimes you could be blind to the fact that like, all right, maybe it is something.
Right. But like we said earlier, like when you know when God has a purpose for you, when you know what you're supposed to be doing, it's like you want to keep going. You know what I mean? Like it's not really up to anybody to choose that for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like fuck it. And really, like your fan base, you know, I'm really into music, so it's like if I come across like a music artist, I never ask what their age is.
Right.
I never think of like how old are they?
Yeah. That should never turn you off from you. Never be like, yo, this shit hot. Oh, he's 38.
Oh hell no.
No. Like.
Yeah, no. So like, what's hot is hot, and it's like the more you practice, you know what I mean, the more you rap it, the better you gonna get. So it's like, why not keep going? You know what I mean? If that's what you really want to do.
Yeah, I feel like once you're an artist, if you really got like, if you really serious, bro, you're always an artist.
Right.
Like when you one of them niggas that look at it like, all right, I'm an underground artist trying to make it.
Right.
That's what holds you back. When you look at it, it's like, man, I'm the same as these other niggas. Like, when you look at it like I'm the same as these other niggas, you cool. And that's how I always looked at it. Like niggas bleed the same as me that's in the marriage track. Like them niggas, I'm no different from them niggas. Like, and that's the main difference from me and town niggas. Like, this is a couple other town niggas that understand it too. Mm-hmm. But like majority of them niggas, they be looking like, damn, I got a nigga, I'm trying to get on. No, you're on. You are. Make music, put that shit out, and do your shit. Bro.
You already there. You just gotta believe it. Keep going. That's what we all gotta do. I feel like so many of us, our town, we have so much talent. People sleep on that shit so much, and it's like if we just stay consistent, like that's really what we all gotta work on. Stay consistent and believing in ourselves, and then your tribe is gonna follow you. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like town is so small. That's not really who our fan base and shit really gonna be. You know what I mean? Like,
but at the same time, you still need that hometown
you need a hometown, but once everybody else fuck with you, then your hometown gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
I've seen that from people, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, get out of town, they do they shit, and then town be like, okay, yeah, like we fuck with them. You know what I mean? It takes to get. It takes for them.
I feel like a lot of people from town fuck with me.
Yeah, no, I see it for sure.
But at the same time, you know what's crazy? The thing about town is I came up in town, but I'm not originally from town.
Yeah, you from Philly, right?
Yeah, so a lot of people from town, even back when they was doing the town list, like the top 10 town list and shit.
Were you on the list?
I was a common denominator on every list. I was on every list, but this is the thing though, right? Everybody from town related or friends.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody list went like this. The niggas they fuck with, the niggas they fuck with, they folks, them bots,
Yeah.
The niggas they fuck with, the niggas they fuck with, them bots. I don't have like blood family out town or like shit like that. So like everybody was like 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'll be like 6. But if you look at every list, they only on their folks list. I'm the one that's on every list.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole point in itself right there. I'm the common denominator on every list. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can you can put your brother and sister and your cousin first and all that shit. But you're going for Roc Flair on your list. I don't care. If you took all the bias out, I'm the common denominator on every list.
No, real shit.
And like niggas be like, yo, none of them niggas fucking with me for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
you gotta step y'all game up, y'all.
Like I'm the only unbiased pick on there because people would rather leave me off their list because I'm from the block that went against all they blocks.
Right.
I'll fuck with the people that most of y'all don't fuck with. I done fuck like rappers' girlfriends and shit like that. Like not even a pop like that, but like on some real shit. So like people would rather not have me on their list, but you can't not put me on your list.
Right.
So like when you see me on every list, but people top 3 and 4 is changing based off of who they related to and who they fuck with, that tells you something right there.
Let me ask you a question about that. So you said you from the block, you know, you used to be on LC.
Yeah.
Y'all used to like I don't want to get off topic or whatever. But you know, y'all ain't fuck with like a lot of other blocks or whatever.
A lot of people ain't fuck with us.
But what I'm saying is that I see now that you do fuck with, you know, niggas from different, like, you know, areas of town.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let you finish.
How did you open like that up, or like, you know, were y'all able to like forgive each other for certain shit? Like, how did that come about?
Just I ain't gonna lie, cause I was always me personally, my problems with people from town was never really personal problems. It was strictly that. My block, your block, my side, your side. I was never no like messy nigga for real like that to have like personal problems with niggas. It was strictly just that. I'm from Lafayette, y'all from Chain, y'all from Oak, y'all from shit like that. So like as you get older and like shit get past, all of us started as friends before that. No matter what, like all of us played on Bandits together, Phantoms, went to middle school together. So before all the beef shit, we was all friends. Then niggas, it was just a phase. Niggas the block shit, and there's certain people you never gonna fuck with just because of bloodshed. But outside of that, ain't no bloodshed. We never had no real problems. We all the same niggas from the same area. Like, we don't be on that shit. Like,
so do any of your friends like give you issues for like being cool with like?
No, cause me being cool with them niggas be really off of them being cool with niggas. Like, I came home and niggas was cool with Chain Street niggas that we used to be beefing with coming to Lafayette niggas now, and it was like all good. So it was like, who am I to be like, all right, we cool now. So it was like,
so you're not really like a whole grudges type person.
Not if it's not about nothing. You know what I'm saying? If it's about some shit, like I'll never be cool with the niggas that killed Kyrie had something to do with this, that, and the third, and shit like that. But and it be niggas that be cool with them niggas, like. But me personally, like if bloodshed from like people I really fuck with, it's cool. Like I'm cool, but for the most part, a lot of that shit don't be about nothing. So it'd be easy to look past and get over, bro. We ain't. What's the real? We grown men, bro. A lot of that shit was kid shit.
It's crazy though because say like before like my homegirls might be beefing with somebody, and I forget that they was even beefing. That I'm a real friendly person, so I'm like, hey girl, or like wishing them well or something. But then next thing you know, somebody might be like, why are you talking to her? I'm like I forgot we was beefing. You know what I mean? Like some people do hold on to shit like that. Some people are able to let it go.
And this be my thing. A lot of niggas like wasn't like beefing with niggas that I had issues with. So I'd be like, why am I beefing with niggas y'all got issues with? Like, it's a whole nigga that told on me.
Be cool and shit. What you really like?
It's a whole nigga that told on me and there was still niggas from my block like being alright with this nigga. So I'm like, why am I about to walk around beefing with niggas y'all beefing with? But this nigga told on me and y'all ain't even got no issues with him. So I really just like I look at everybody. I got to a point where I look at everybody as associates. Like nobody, I don't really look at nobody as like my man's 100 grand no more. It's just like we cool or we not, and I'm me. Like I be, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm Roc, and we are or we not.
You say that like you look at everybody as associates, but I feel like, do you feel like any of your friends like turn into family at all? Like, or you don't really feel like that?
Yeah, well.
But I feel like when you go out with people, it's like
yeah, and that'd be the reason why you still fuck with niggas because you look at it as family. Like you know, one thing about family is good, bad, agreeing or indifferent. Y'all still family. Like so, it's like that with certain niggas. Like you be my man, or we could be cool or not. But at the end of the day, you still always gonna be my man. But if we talking every day or we talking every 6 months or a year, we locked in, bro. It ain't even gotta be that crazy. Yeah, and that's what it is with a lot of my niggas. Like, bro, we locked in. We cool forever, bro. You doing you, I'm doing me. When we link, it ain't gonna be no weird shit. We cool. We turn it up, but
just a couple last questions. How do you feel like you have evolved over the years?
How have I evolved over the years?
I feel like this is always like a hard one for people because it's like it's a loaded question because it's like years.
How have I evolved over the years? I'm just more I move more with a purpose than I ever have. Like every move that I make, I'm more calculated. Everything gotta make sense. Everything gotta be for a reason. Everything I'm thinking of 10 steps after it. Like,
right.
All right, if I do this, boom, boom, boom. If I do that, boom, boom, boom. I'm not really moving as spontaneous. I'm not really uh moving without a cause. I just feel like I got more of a clear vision of what I want to do, who I want to be, where I want to go, why I need to be doing shit. I'm not just rapping just to sound good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just making a business just to make money.
Right.
I'm not fucking with somebody just to fuck with somebody. Like, what's the purpose? Where is the relationship going? What's the purpose of this relationship? What am I getting? What am I accomplishing with this business outside of making some money real quick? What am I saying in this song outside of just rapping? Who am I touching? Like, how is this? Who's gonna feel this? Where is this gonna go? So, yeah, that's the main reason I changed. I used to just be whatever.
The last one is, what advice would you give to somebody who might be struggling with like mental health, doing better for themselves, or just somebody who is not fine on the inside?
My advice for somebody that's not fine on the inside, struggling with mental health is let me see. Do what I just did. Take a turn now. um um really tap into yourself, tune out all the outside noise, like you really gotta lock in on yourself to get yourself together. Like people spend too much time scrolling, looking at other people's life, watching TV shows, seeing what other people doing and trying to figure out how they can do that. Cut all the outside noise off. Fuck everything. Cut off the socials. Cut off the TV. Cut off the music. Really tap into yourself. Tune into the higher power and ask yourself, what do you want out of life? Where do you want to go? What cards is in your hand? Like, what did God bless you with, and how can you utilize what He gave you to get to where you need to be or where you want to be? Um, yeah, that's my best advice. Like, just tap into yourself, cut out all the outside noise, manifest what you want to. First, think about what you want to get, where you want to be, manifest that shit, put that shit into action, basically.
Okay, yeah. And then,
Yeah.
so you said kind of like tap into yourself. You got like a time frame, or you think like they should just like go in? You think somebody, people be like, do a 3 month lock in, 6 month lock in, like
Time is fake. You could think of your $1 million scheme in a day or a year,
right?
but you you gotta sit and think first and foremost, and however it comes to you is how it comes to you. But if you don't sit and think and let it come to you, it's never gonna come to you.
Right.
But don't put no time frame on that shit. Um, it took some people 20 years to get where they will need to be. It took some people 20 days.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
That's real shit. It's like there's no time limit.
You never know. Like I'll be reflecting back like on some real shit. I'm 31. I started rapping. Not I ain't even gonna say. I started rapping when I was like 9. I started rapping like seriously, like going to studios and shit when I was 14 and putting out shit on like MySpace and that shit like that when I was 14. That's like 24. That's like 17 years.
Yeah.
That's like 17 years, and it's like I can make it tomorrow. Right. I can make it in 5 more years. Whatever you consider making it is.
Right.
But if I would have stopped at 15, where the fuck would I be right now?
Wouldn't be here.
Like where the fuck would I be?
Yeah, like we all.
Yeah, like
look at where he lives at. Like this whole, like we come outside every day. We don't see all this.
Yeah, like I live here. My mom live here. My sister live here. And it's like,
up. You wouldn't be.
And it's not always all sweet and dandy, but like I'd rather be like going through shit here than going through shit back in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, and just get to that shit.
All right, go for it. Take the action. That's one thing I could say. Like, we could come up with a plan. We think we gotta, have all the knowledge and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's good to know shit, but you gotta really take the action. You know what I mean? It's like if you know about this shit but you don't act on it, it don't really mean nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you really gotta go for it and really take action. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all. So that's it. Thank you, Roc, for coming on Fine on the Inside.
Thank you. I know all the girls from town gonna see this. I miss y'all. You know this, right?
Y'all heard him. He said
I'm a flight away.
He's here, y'all. So get at him.
I'm a flight away. Hey, no, I'm not.
Get at him, y'all. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all cop up on y'all Find on the Inside journals. Y'all find on the Inside t-shirts. Make sure y'all go listen to Roc's music. He got a bunch of shit out right now.
Yeah.
He just dropped Time, Wanna Be Seen, and Kobe and Jordan. So
just like put me on your favorites on whatever you listen to music on. Yeah, follow me on whatever social you heavy on.
and I'm gonna tag on.
Post this podcast when we drop it and subscribe to it.
Yeah,
all that shit.
Do all that.
When you come out Miami, I want to hop up on some hype shit and grab the camera and show that. But when you come out Miami, just hit me up for anything. I can show you the vibes. I can show you a good time. Yachts, cars, and all that shit.
Yeah, entrepreneur and a rapper.
Yeah.
He got all them.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He the plug.
You want to be lit like us in Miami.
Right, we outside.
I know shit is rough up there.
Right. But yeah, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.
Couldn't get out the bed, I couldn't get out my head. I ain't care who it was, I had to leave him on red.